Welcome to the Invest Yukon virtual site tour. My name's Shawn Ryan. I'm a prospector based out of Dawson City, Yukon, and this is the White Gold Project. It's located 80 kilometers south of Dawson City. I've been here since basically 2007, staked it in 2002 actually. In 2010, the Kinross picked up this project, and at that point we made the discovery on the coffee project, and that kind of launched the big staking rush. And there was literally over 50,000 claims staked here, with about probably 20 different juniors. White Gold was actually formed in 2016, and the idea was I packaged all my claims from the district into one company, figuring that if you believe in, basically I say the Kool-Aid that you drink, that there's got to be at least one more deposit out there in our portfolio. So right now we have well over 40% of the district, which is roughly around 20 to 22,000 claims that we have under one wing, under the White Gold. And it's basically concentrated from Dawson City all the way to the coffee project. How we go about prospecting and trying to figure, where to drill a good diamond drill hole or rab hole is we start off with running these big ridges and spurs. So that means every ridge top that we see around me, we've actually ran it with a recon soil line, sampling every 50 meters. Then we follow it up with a grid program, which is a tighter survey for soil sampling. Then if we still get some joy out of it, then we move into doing ground geophysics, mag VLF, and then we've actually put with GroundTruth exploration, which is a contracting arm that works out of Dawson City. What we actually do is we run drones, so that basically to fly around, get an area photography. We do drone LIDAR now, this started this year, and that gives us the structure. And then we have these little rad drills that are lightweight, that are basically probably 15% of the cost or 30% of the cost of a diamond drill. And the idea is that we could drill a quick 100-meter hole in a 12-hour shift. And then what we do is we XRF the samples coming out of the hole in a live format. So that gives us a rough metal count of what's going on in the hole. And then at the end of the shift, we put this downhole televiewer down there, and that gets an oriented picture with the structure that we could see in the hole. And so that's all these combinations. We could actually take our XRF data, splice it with the televiewer data that same night, and usually we could give it to the geo by 11 o'clock at night or the next day. So that kind of turnaround would normally take us 6 weeks. We're doing it in less than 24 hours. We have a probability that the more targets, the more frogs you kiss, the more princesses you'll really find in the end. I've been working with GroundTruth exploration since 2011. That's when it was pretty well brought in. My wife, Kathy, and Isaac Phage run that side of the business, and I'm still the prospector. But the idea is that GroundTruth was really designed, how do we create a low impact system, like with multiple sciences, that we could evaluate targets. And I call it unbiased science. So we use mag, so that gives us magnetic components. That helps us find structure. We use VLF, that's another kind of technique that we've been bringing in for the last 2 years. So all these techniques, and then we bring in this thing called the geoprobe. Instead of trenching, we basically put a hole down every 2.5 to 5 meter spacings, down about 6 feet. And so that's low impact. You could hardly see where our trail's been. And the idea is that kind of helps us figure out where the targets are. But the beauty of it is it's unbiased and it's low impact.
Welcome to the White Gold Core Shack here at Thistle Camp. Today we're going to be talking about our Golden Saddle and Arc deposits. That's our flagship project. We're going to start off maybe just looking at a map here to help get your bearings and see where we are. Here's Dawson City up in the north. So most of our property is south of Dawson City. It's a huge land package. It takes in almost 200 kilometers north to south. The star here shows the location for our Golden Saddle and Arc. Again, that's our flagship. Okay, here's a box of core from our Golden Saddle deposit. Again, it's a lot of quartz veins, as you can see here. A lot of brecciation, a little bit of pyrite, probably about 1%, but you know, some good gold numbers. There you can see the brecciated texture. Good gold values, really good gold recoveries from the metallurgical test work, about 92, 93%. Some visible gold right here in this piece associated with this quartz vein. The Golden Saddle and our Arc deposits, as I say, they're our flagship. We've got about 1.1 million ounces of gold in the Golden Saddle and Arc. That's in the indicated category. It grades about 2.3 grams per ton. We've also got about 400,000 ounces in the inferred category, and so collectively about 1.5 million ounces at the Golden Saddle and Arc. The goal of this year's exploration program, we've got 2 diamond drilling programs planned. One on the Ryan Surprise near the Golden Saddle and Arc. We're also doing a diamond drilling program on our Titan project. This year we have a $4 million exploration budget. We've got 3,000 meters of diamond drilling planned on again 2 projects. We've got about 20 RAB holes planned. That's rotary air blast drill holes. We did a big trenching program on one project called JPR. So that was another good chunk of our work this year.
Okay, here we are. We're coming up to this North Frenzy. And these are the trenching programs that we did this year on the JP Ross project. We actually had 52 different targets, and we managed to trench about 29 of them. And at the moment, what we're doing is we're actually finding it's not one source of gold that dumps into Henderson Creek. There's actually multiple sources. So that's what I'm saying. We're now finding all these different zones of mineralization. So here we could see a really nice zone moving through here. So you can see how it rises up above. So that's called silicified. And the idea is that that's why they stand out like this, these little ridges. But this is what's causing our soil anomalies in this part of the grid. And these will make good drill targets. We put 4 trenches across this northern target called the North Frenzy. These are around 50 to 60 meter long trenches, but we actually have 4 of them covering the same linear soil anomaly. Now we've got over 600 meters that we see it across these various trenches because we've trenched every couple hundred meters. And the idea is that we've seen the same kind of system. Once we get the assays, this will make a fantastic drill target. These deposits are being found. So now it's just a matter of time that we're going to find more and more. And that's what the whole premise of White Gold is not to be a company that delineates basically ore bodies, but it's a company that finds them, gets them all tuned up. We don't want to strictly focus on one spot. We want to actually understand the district as a whole.